75 days. That's how long until President-elect Donald Trump moves into the White House. His first order of business before that date, filling the nearly 4,000 government positions with political appointees, including the key members of his cabinet. His transition team already zeroing in on some top contenders who they say will, quote, serve our nation under his leadership and enact policies that make the life of Americans affordable, safe, and secure. CBS News campaign reporter Jake Rosen has been on the campaign trail with the Trump-Vance team and is here to give us some insight on how they are preparing for their transition here. Jake, let's start with who the president-elect is going to tap to fill his administration. Any big names you're hearing?
Well, Donald Trump has promised publicly that in some way Robert F. Kennedy, the former Democrat turned independent turned campaign ally, is going to be somehow involved in the health apparatus of the government. Whether that would mean a cabinet position at Health and Human Services remains to be seen. Whether it's some kind of government czar is another kind of thing that Trump could propose to him. Also, Elon Musk, another high-profile name, probably not for a cabinet position, but we'd have to see exactly where he comes in with, quote, cutting government waste, which Donald Trump touted to his supporters that Elon Musk would do for a really long time, the last couple months of the campaign. Otherwise, we're waiting to hear more from, as these meetings right behind me in Mar-a-Lago are happening, about who exactly is meeting with the former president and who they're looking to fill some of these higher-up posts in a Trump administration.
And Jake, 1,200 of the positions that need to be filled will require Senate confirmation. I'm curious, is that going to pose a challenge to the Trump team, though?
Well, certainly they have an advantage now versus in the last Trump administration when they have control of the Senate. And as these races are still getting decided, they might have, even more close to that 60 vote threshold to get mostly whoever they want confirmed. Now, they need 50 votes for a lot of these appointments. They're going to have that. But for maybe some other appointments, and especially policy issues, Trump having control of the Senate, and as we wait for control of the House to be firmly decided here in the next couple of days, it's certainly an advantage for Donald Trump, especially when you think about the allies maybe outside of the government who he would be bringing in versus maybe appointing a senator or a congressman to some of these posts.
The first 100 days, a lot of promises made on the campaign trail, Jake, about what would happen in those 100 days. What policy shifts can we expect from the Trump team during that time?
Well, there hasn't been a lot of movement on immigration, or at least the Trump campaign has said. They believe it had been going in the wrong direction for a long time. They believe they won the election based off of that. So Donald Trump has said to his supporters, and his campaign has said they're planning on enacting a lot of those executive orders that were repealed on day one of the Biden administration, on day one of the future Trump administration, in addition to doing things like, quote, unlocking American energy. Now, that might mean, more pro-drilling policies or opening up certain parts of the economy and the levers that a president can pull just from the Oval Office. We'll have to see exactly what he plans to do, but Donald Trump has made it clear, along with J.D. Vance, that on day one, it's executive action on immigration and the economy to, quote, get it on the right track.
All right, Jake Rosen, CBS News campaign reporter, thanks so much for that.